How you doing? It's Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVSAUDIO in Roselle, New Jersey. I just want to take a minute out on this Sunday to thank Jeff Smith and the team over at AMP Global. I deal with all the companies that I deal with for a reason. It's more about relationships than anything else. In an industry where it seems like everybody's trying to build something cheaper and everybody's trying to sell cheaper and not offer value and racing to zero, feel that some of the companies that we deal with aren't about that, and AMP Global is one of those companies. So we had a customer come in. It was the wiring rescue that we posted a couple of days ago that we were currently working on. It was a new Mercedes Sprinter, not new, it was 2018, but a Mercedes Sprinter. Customer had spent thousands of dollars with another shop. He had a 5-channel DVR installed, front and rear cameras, left and right cameras. So when you put on the left blinker, it shows you what's on the left-hand side of the vehicle. Right blinker shows you right-hand side of the vehicle. Below certain mile per hour, it shows you the front camera on the screen. And of course, when you're in reverse, shows you the reverse. It records while the car's off, stores it onto an SD card on the hard drive. So he had the top-line Pioneer NEX 8500 installed with built-in navigation, CarPlay, Android Auto. He had Phoenix Gold speakers installed all the way around, a 4-channel amp installed, monoblock amplifier, small sub. Customer spent thousands of dollars. The work was done terribly. Audio didn't sound good. The DVR cameras were completely useless. They didn't show him how to use it. They didn't even give him all the parts he needed to be able to make the system work. He had no video playback at all, didn't know how to use the system. They didn't give him an owner's manual. So he came in, he assumed all the equipment was junk, wanted us to remove everything and reinstall, use a different brand. I held the car for a day, went over everything, and it turned out that everything in the vehicle was something we're an authorized dealer for, from the amplifier to the speakers. So that upset me because it makes us look bad, because it was all quality equipment in the vehicle, and it's all brands that I represent. The only problem was the choice of equipment and the install. 90% of the problem was the install. It wasn't installed properly, so it wasn't performing the way it was supposed to perform, so obviously the customer wasn't happy. So this was during CES. I knew Jeff was very busy, but I didn't know how to go about this because I couldn't fix it because I was missing some of the pieces. They were never given to the client. So I reached out to Jeff. I gave him a call. He answered while he was on the show floor in CES. I explained to him what was going on, how it was installed. He told me that the reason it wasn't working was because the proper parts weren't used. The main issue the customer was having was if you put the right blinker on, right camera came on, left blinker on, left camera came on, which is fine. He works on construction sites sometimes, so it's mandatory he has to have the hazards. When he puts the hazards on, it tries to feed video from the left and right camera together. It overrides the screen just like as if the car was in reverse, so you can't use the touchscreen at all. You can't use the radio, you can't switch stations, can't do anything, and there's no image on the screen because it's scrambling the video from the left and right cameras together. So I explained to Jeff what's going on. Jeff immediately figured out the problem. The reason that was happening is because they didn't use the proper interface. They hardwired the cameras instead of using this. If they had used the Radio Pro from Mercedes, it takes digital signal from the car's CAN bus, so it knows when the left blinker's on, it knows when the right blinker's on, so it activates the cameras. When the hazard's on, it knows to ignore it and doesn't display anything on the screen. So without me asking, Jeff overnighted me the parts at no charge to make the client happy. He overnighted me the interface, overnighted me the USB mouse that was missing so the customer could access the DVR system. It was an EchoMaster DVR 50. And they never gave the client the key to the DVR, so they overnighted me one of the cylinder lock keys so we could actually unlock the DVR, format the SD card, and show the customer how to use it. All this without asking. I explained the situation the client was in. Didn't tell me to order. He just said, how long do you have the car? I said 2 days. He made a phone call. He sent me a text back, said everything would be at the shop the next morning, and it was. How could you not do business with a company like that? So the client is super happy. Everything works perfectly now. I should have all the pictures up of the finish of the wiring rescue tomorrow. The equipment works as it should. The customer has faith again in the equipment. We built a custom down firing enclosure to go behind the seats to give them to go under in between the two seats in the front. So it's given the proper output, we installed a bigger amplifier, so now the 6.5 sound the way they're supposed to. We did some custom tweeters and pods, but 90% of the work was just rewiring and installing the proper interface to get everything working. I just want to say thank you to Jeff Smith and everybody over at Amp Global for continuing to support their dealers and making it right for the client without us having to ask. You got to be able to do business with a company that supports you and takes care of you the way that they do. So I'm gonna go hang out with my family now. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great Sunday afternoon. All right, let's see how this is mounted. Oh, it's not. But at least they added foam so it wouldn't make noise as it bounces around. Customers complain that his battery's dying. I see this is energized with the key off. More fun. More fun. Let's see how that's mounted. Oh, wire ties. Nice.